Citizens of the Reject Nation, Greg here. John, how are you?
I'm curious. How are you?
I'm good. So I was working out and simultaneously having my car be a little worked on. And then I got blown up on the phone about, did you hear about the Deadpool 3 news? On my way back, I was like, John, get over here. He was running super duper late. And now we're here to see whatever this announcement is from Van City Reynolds. Let's see what's going on. Why don't you go ahead and leave a like? That'd be very much appreciated. All right, let's do it. That's probably the best I've ever done, by the way, on that Ryan Reynolds.
That was great.
All right.
Hey, everyone. We're extremely sad to have missed D23, but we've been working very hard on the next Deadpool film for a good long while now. I've had to really search my soul on this one. His first appearance in the MCU obviously needs to feel special. We need to stay true to the character, find new depth, new motivation, new meaning. Every Deadpool needs to stand out and stand apart. It's been an incredible challenge that has forced me to reach down deep inside. And I have nothing. Yeah, just completely empty up here and terrifying. But we did have one idea. Hey, Hugh.
What?
Whoa!
No fucking way!
You cheeky bastard.
No way! I knew it!
Coming Hune!
Coming
Hune!
Oh, shit!
Make the most of that contract before it expires.
Yes! Nice. This better not be just some goddamn joke, Ryan Reynolds.
9/6/24. Damn,
An
it's
official release date
for your birthday. Perfect.
Oh my goodness!
Right after your B-day.
I didn't even. Once I registered, it was Hugh Jackman. I didn't even catch that line. What was it? Hey, Hugh.
You want to play
Wolverine
one more
catch it. I
time?
was like, that's Hugh Jackman back there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ah. Confirmed. Confirmed.
Oh, yeah, man. I remember when Sean Levy was talking about it, I think it was with Brandon Davis, that he would love to try to get Hugh Jackman back. And I was there going, if there's anyone who can get Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds to team up for a Deadpool movie, I feel like, the friendship of Ryan Reynolds, of course, but then also Sean Levy, who has already directed Hugh Jackman a couple of times by this point. He's obviously directed Ryan Reynolds a couple of times now, that I was like, yeah, he'd be the perfect director to unite them, and it could probably be the thing to get them on board. And oh my God, Wolverine's returning.
I know. One, and the breadth of possibilities too, because you know it can't just be like a one-off cameo. Like, especially if they're going to make an announcement like this, I would have to imagine Wolverine is going to be some sort of significant presence in the movie, which is so cool, and also a great way. I mean, the movie comes out in 2024, so the whole contract thing about using X-Men and you can't, recast until 2023, I still think it's a great way to pay that off too. Send them off with Wolverine, the most beloved of all the Fox X-Men portrayals.
And that is the best way, I feel like, for Hugh Jackman to come back. I know a lot of people have been saying, I do it for Avengers Secret Wars or something like that, for a cameo or whatever. But to me, Deadpool has been trying to get Wolverine in there. At least that's the storyline for Deadpool 1 and 2, the little hints and drops and teases. It would just be the perfect Deadpool 3 to have Hugh Jackman involved, and for Wolverine to come back in kind of a funny way, but with Ryan Reynolds, someone who he obviously gets along with incredibly well. They love to rib each other and the jest and all that. This is just perfect to me.
Oh yeah, they'll be a perfect odd couple in a way, not in the same
buddy comedy.
Yeah, absolutely. And think of the possibilities. I think at one point Ryan Reynolds say they want to make a buddy road trip movie out of it or something like that. It'll be more complex and more science fiction and more comic book than that, but just the prospect, this gets your mind going in so many directions, and that, just as cool as it would be to have Wolverine back for a Secret Wars cameo or something like this is the ideal, I think, because we can get something both substantial, but also something maybe a little more fun and a little off the beaten path of what we've seen of Hugh Jackman's Wolverine in the past.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to really mess with Logan timeline either, because Logan's a little bit further in the future.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I don't know what it would be. I mean, it probably has to be something that's very MCU in a certain sense, but keep it that R rating. You better keep it that R rating, Marvel.
Yeah, we want to hear Wolverine swear.
But it has to be something probably a little bit more MCU interconnective, maybe something multiverse connected. That way it doesn't mess with the Logan continuity. Or if they are keeping it within the X-Men timeline of that Fox X-Men franchise, Logan took place a little bit more in the future. And then, like, further past Deadpool. Not that the Deadpool continuity really matters to begin with.
He can, like, time travel and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
And he can probably hop between the multiverses and everything like that. Like, it also makes me wonder if there's going to be any sort of additional Fox X-Men multiversal hopping and traveling, because Deadpool does still come from that side of the Marvel movie conversation.
Yeah.
So it makes me wonder, who else we could see along the way, too.
And also, Ryan Reynolds, I was watching the interview that I still don't know how to say his name, Rob McElhenney, when he took over Jimmy Kimmel, the guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, the creator and who plays Mac. And, they were talking a lot in depth about how Ryan Reynolds just loves marketing. He loves marketing, and he loves to paint a story with marketing. He loves commercials. And so watching it through this lens of, throwing into the narrative that we didn't participate in D23. I'm like, was it originally part of the plan to put it in D23? I mean, it's a line that you could easily just throw in when you're doing a re-recording for a voiceover, for a narration in a commercial, sure. But I'm like, damn, if this had come out at D23, this would anyone who was like D23 was disappointing, this would have blown it out of the water,
man.
Man.
Eclipsed everything.
Yeah.
Maybe
what a random time to drop this. It's just such a random time.
I know. It doesn't make much sense, but also maybe as a fan of marketing, you could assume that perhaps you want to make a splash when everyone's quiet and not expecting anything, so that you can really grab the attention and not have to compete for that or anything.
And fall is an interesting release date for it, because the other ones came out as either May or June. I think it was May, because that's usually when the X-Men movies would come out. May is seems like summer blockbuster time. Yeah. You don't really hear about like massive releases usually. September's Labor Day weekend.
September blockbusters.
I mean, I imagine that's probably Labor Day weekend of 2024.
Yeah, they want that Shang-Chi Rob Zombie Halloween box office.
That's right.
record.
Shang-Chi was okay. Yeah, that's right. Never mind. I forgot about that. Still, it's not a really common thing for like Marvel to release. Am I wrong about that? I don't really remember the actual release dates of MCU films.
Well, we're also in a different time now where we get way more releases per year. So there's like one every quarter or something.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me. But
I mean, either way, I'm very excited for this. And it's something that I always had my doubts. And I think I said it in the video when they were talking about Sean Levy coming back, that if there's anyone who I believe Hugh Jackman could return, it would be more than Avengers. It would be Deadpool 3. So for this to happen is like pure fan wish fulfillment at its finest hour.
Yeah.
Thank Aviation Drink or Avalon River.
Aviation Gin,
Thank
yes.
Mint Mobile for making this happen.
And thanks to Hugh Jackman for finally making the schedule work to shoot this. That's why they couldn't come to D23. He was just so busy they couldn't shoot this one simple promo.
I just have him walk in the background. Like he's just like hanging out
eating
there.
An apple. Well, in the suit, too, it's like the suit, I don't know if that's the suit they're going to use in the movie for Deadpool, but it is like all black. So I don't know. Like that caught my eye, too. I know that Wolverine, Hugh Jackman's the main point of this, but I was like, they keep using this interesting, like, dark suit. I wonder if that's a sign of things to come.
This is going to be special. Now we have something to really anticipate for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And where does it fit on the Marvel Phase 5, Marvel Phase 6? Tune in next week when Kevin Feige doesn't say anything because he doesn't like to. Anyway, guys, thanks for being here. All right, let's get to it. Or bye. What do you mean, let's get to it? Bye.